Hello and welcome to Rathods IAS. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 11th April 2024. So first of all, I wish you a very happy Ramzan to all of you. So now, we are going to take PDF of Hindu and we are going to pick out the important articles from our examination point of view. And because of this Lok Sabha elections and state elections in some states, so most of the articles are political articles. So those articles will not helpful for our examination point of view. Try to pick out the articles which are relevant only. So how can you identify which article is relevant? So we have two sources. So one is your UPSC syllabus. So UPSC syllabus will guide you what to read and what not to read, so that you can achieve your dream very early if you are following syllabus. And next one is you have to understand how the questions are asking. So not only reading and making notes is important. Even you have to see how question can be framed from that topic. There are some important and repeated themes will be there. So from where you will be getting questions every year. So you have to identify which are those repeated themes. And even you can identify from which topics from current affairs UPSC is asking question. So in that way, here we have two guides. One is your syllabus and next one it is your previous questions. So if you follow them thoroughly, then you can easily identify which article is relevant and which article is irrelevant. And you will be saving a lot of time. Trust me and believe me. Okay. So without wasting any time, let's get started with our analysis. And there are very little articles which are important from our examination point of view from your today's paper. And this is front page of your Hindu, and there are two articles which are relevant from your examination point of view from this front page. So first article is Jobs, Inflation, Key Issues in Lok Sabha Polls Find Survey. So recently CDS Lok Niti pre-poll survey had been done. So here there are three words that you have to focus. So let us see the dimensions. So first one is unemployment. First one is unemployment. And second one is inflation. And third one is pre-poll survey. So these are the three keywords that I found from this article. Let us see the dimensions. So first one is you have to see what is the definition of this unemployment. And second one is you have to see unemployment situation in India. Okay. So you have to see the data regarding unemployment in India. And next important dimension is you have to understand what are the causes of unemployment. And next one is you can get questions from types of unemployment from your prelims and mains. And even in interview also you can get questions from the types of unemployment. And next one is what are the government schemes which are addressing this unemployment. And you have to see what are the measures can be taken. And from international relations point of view, you have to see unemployment rate globally. Okay, so these all are the dimensions from your unemployment, and it is very important topic from both your prelims and mains from GS paper 3, that is your economy. So this is from only one topic point of view. And now let us see the next one, that is inflation. So here this inflation is one of the favorite topic or the most repeated themes in your economy subject. So here you have to see what is the meaning. So meaning is nothing but whenever there is increasing of prices of what? Of goods and services in the market. So this condition is called as inflation. And here we have different types of inflation. For example, cost push, we have demand pull, cost push, demand pull, and built-in inflation. You have to see like what are the causes of inflation. One important cause of inflation now in India is because of increasing of food prices. Okay, because of increasing of food prices, especially oil, onion, tomato, potato and vegetable price. So these are contributing for increasing of price of goods in the market. And because of this inflation of food prices, there is also increasing of price of thali. Thali means nothing but plate of food cost. And you have to see like measures. So in these measures again we can divide it into two types. So here RBI plays a very important role and even government plays an important role. So what are the measures taken by this RBI? We are calling it as monetary policy, and government steps are called as fiscal policy. Okay. So these are some important areas that you have to focus, and even you have to see one more important thing is what is the significance of this inflation. Clear? So these are the dimensions that you have to see from inflation, and this inflation is important from your GS paper 3, that is from your economy point of view. So from economy point of view, this article is important. And now let us see one more important area, that is about pre-poll survey. So if we are talking about survey, so we have like two types. Pre-poll. Pre-poll means before elections. And polling means nothing but elections, right? And next one is post-poll elections. Sorry, post-poll survey. So after elections we have survey, and before elections we have survey, pre-poll and post-poll. So here you have to see what is this organization. So here you can see it is done by CSDS Lokniti. Okay, so you have to see like what is like CSDS Lokniti. And you have to see like what are the important highlights. Okay, you have to see like what are the important highlights of this report. So from this highlights you can get a question in your prelims. Okay, so these are the three important points, and these are the different dimensions of this article that you have to refer. I hope you understood, right? So if you are understanding like how to read this current affairs and how to refer single topic in a different dimensions, and if you are understanding, even if you are a beginner, you are liking current affairs, and even if you are getting interest to read current affairs, so don't forget to hit the like button. So please do hit the like button for sure, and do subscribe to Rathods IAS Academy for much more informative and knowledgeable videos. Yes, now let us see the notes of this article. So this article is talking about one report or survey by the CSDS Lokniti. So if you see the context, it says that unemployment and price rise. So these are the two important concepts, and these are the concepts which are taken into consideration by the political parties in their campaigning. So this is a thing which mainly said by CSDS Lokniti survey. So nearly 2/3 of these surveyed across localities, so with the highest among the cities, they expressed like getting jobs had become more difficult. That means we can see like there is increased unemployment rate. Okay, there is increased unemployment rate. And next one is the number of those living in villages, towns are 62 and 59% respectively. So in urban areas unemployment rate is 65%, and in the villages it is 62%, and in towns it is 59%. So the concern was highest among this Muslim community. So around 67% of unemployment which is seen in this Muslim community, and a number which is closely matched by Hindus from OBC. So from OBCs it is around 63, and from scheduled tribes and scheduled caste also we have like same percentage. The opinions on this price rise have mirrored that of unemployment. So unemployment is also a problem, and even there is increasing of price of goods and services in market, that is inflation. So these two are the important problems. And if you are talking about unemployment rate in India, so the data says that India's unemployment rate for individuals who are between the age of 15 and above, which has around 3.1 percentage in 2023, and it is like the lowest. Okay, so unemployment rate here is 3.1 percentage in 2023, and it is the lowest in past 3 years. And this unemployment rate was at 3.6 percentage in 2022. In 2022 is 3.6 percentage, and in 2021 it was like 4.2 percentage. So that is decreased. Okay, from 2021 to 2022 and 2022 to 2023 it had been decreased. And there is a decline in this unemployment rate among females to 3 percentage. So earlier in 2021 it was like 3.4 percentage, and now in 2023 data it says around 3 percentage. And for males also it had been decreased to 3.2 percentage from 4.5 percentage. And what is the meaning of this unemployment? So you have to know the definition. And whenever you are writing definition, please do write standard definition according to any organization. It is my request, because it will be like authenticated definition. So this unemployment, which refers to a condition where individuals who are capable of working and actively seeking employment, but they are unable to secure jobs. They are not getting suitable secure jobs. So this situation is called as unemployment. So an unemployment or unemployed person is someone who is part of labor force, and even they will be possessing requisite skills, that is required skills, and even what happened here, they are lacking gainful employment. So even though they are like part of labor force, and even though they are having skills, but they are not getting employment. So this condition is called as unemployment. So basically an unemployed person is someone of working age who is jobless and available to work actively. They are looking for a job. And next one is inflation. So inflation is very important concept from your prelims. So as in 2022 there were 2 direct simple questions from inflation that came in your examination, and there is a high chance of getting question again regarding inflation in this year prelims. Okay, you have to be thorough with this inflation topic. So what is this meaning of inflation? Inflation, in a simple words, there is rise in the price of goods and services in the market of daily or common use like food, clothing, housing, recreation, transport, consumer staples. So in these areas, whenever there is increasing of price, that is called as inflation. So this inflation, which measures average price change of basket of goods and services. Okay, so this is about the first article, and please do some research regarding the dimensions that I gave. And now let us see the next topic. So here next topic is Supreme Court declines apology by Baba Ramdev, Patanjali Ayurveda in contempt case. So the key word is contempt of court. So this contempt of court is very, very important. Okay, so there is a high chance of getting question regarding this contempt of court, because many a times from last 6 to 7 months we are seeing many cases of contempt of court in newspaper. So we are going to see that contempt of court. Contempt of court. So this contempt of court is a concept which is related to judiciary. So in judiciary topic we will be studying like 3 different tiers. So we have Supreme Court, High Court and District Courts or Lower Court. So if you see the hierarchy, so we have Supreme Court top, and the low level we have this lower courts or district courts, and highest judiciary in the state, that is our High Court. Okay, so here in this contempt of court you have to see like constitutional provisions. So which are the articles talking about this contempt of court? And you have to see this, what is this meaning of contempt of court, and you have to see especially types of contempt of court. So we have two types. First one is civil contempt and second one is criminal contempt. So first one is civil and second one is criminal contempt. And even you have to see like what is the significance. What is the significance of contempt of court? And this topic is important only from GS paper 2 under polity. So we can't connect this topic with any other subject because this is solely related to our polity. Now let us see some important notes regarding this topic. So actually what happened? The contempt of court case which filed against this Baba Ramdev. Okay. So Baba Ramdev, so he is like Patanjali, head of this Patanjali Ayurveda. And in this contempt case here, so Baba Ramdev, he said apology, but Supreme Court declined his apology. So we are not going to see like what is the case. So you already know like there is a disinformation case regarding the spread of information regarding this Ayurvedic medicine against like allopathic medicine. So if you see what is this contempt of court is, contempt of court seeks to protect judicial institutions from motivated attacks and unwarranted criticism. So especially some people, they will be motivating or motivated to decrease the status of judiciary or Supreme Court, etc. or judicial institutions, and they will also come up with a criticism. Okay, and also it is a legal mechanism to punish those who are lowering the authority of judiciary. So it is a power of courts to punish the people. And if you see here, the expression of this contempt of court which has not been defined in our constitution. In our Indian constitution, there is no definition of contempt of court. But as per Contempt of Courts Act of 1971, contempt which refers to the offence of showing disrespect to the dignity or authority of the court. And if you see this Contempt of Court Act of 1971, which is dividing this contempt of court into two types. So we have civil contempt and we have criminal contempt. And what is a civil contempt? Civil contempt is nothing but whenever there is willful default, okay, willful disobedience. Whenever any judgment given by the court, so there is default, willful default, decree or direction or order or a writ or other process of the court. So whenever there is breach, then that is called as civil contempt. And next one is criminal contempt. So criminal contempt means nothing but like it is any publication which may result in scandalizing, that is decreasing the court authority, and whenever there is interference in the due course of judicial proceedings, and whenever there is obstruction in the administration of justice, so in this process it will come under this criminal contempt. And here I want to give you one homework. So what is the punishment which is given by the courts under this contempt? So please do research and please let me know in the comment box for sure. And now let us move on to our Hindu page. So there is nothing much important from your city page and even from your states page. I found nothing much important. So let us search if there is any article important or not. Yes, here you can see one word which is important, that is Supreme Court stays PMLA trail against lottery king Santiago Martin. So we are not going to see what is this case, who is this lottery king, from which state. But here very important topic here is PMLA, that is Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So there is a high chance of getting questioned regarding this Prevention of Money Laundering Act in your examination, that too in your prelims. So you have to focus on this. So here you have to see some dimensions like Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So what are the dimensions here? You have to see what is this money laundering first of all. So what is this money laundering? So there are 3 steps in this money laundering. You have to see like what are those steps. and you have to see why money laundering is happening. And this is an act which is preventing this money laundering. So here you have to see like what are the important features of this money laundering, and you have to see like what are the objectives, and you have to see what is the significance of this act. Clear? And this topic is important from your GS paper 3 under economy, from GS paper 2 under governance point of view. Clear? Now let us see the notes. So if you see the context, it says that Supreme Court stayed the trial in a special court in Kerala in a money laundering case prosecuted by Directorate of Enforcement against Lottery King. So here we are not going to see like who, what he did, what is lottery, everything. We don't bother about that. But we will be bothering about only this PMLA, Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So here the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, which came up in year 2002, and this PMLA Act, it is an act of Parliament of India. And why we came up with this? To prevent money laundering. Okay, to prevent money laundering and provide for confiscation of property. Okay, especially for confiscation of property derived from the money laundering. And what is the aim? Aim it is to combat money laundering and also related illegal activities. Okay, for example, drug trafficking, smuggling, terrorism, financing, etc. So these are the illegal activities from where money they are getting. So even to combat this money laundering from these activities, it is one of the important act. And what are the objectives? So objective it is for the prevention. Prevention of what? Prevention of money laundering. And especially we can prevent this by implementing stringent measures and monitoring of financial transactions. And next one is we can detect and to investigate instances of money laundering through proper enforcement and regulatory mechanisms. And next one is you are also going for confiscation of property. Okay, to confiscate properties derived from money laundering activities and to deter offenders and to disrupt illicit financial flows. And next one is international cooperation. So we are also focusing to facilitate international cooperation in combating money laundering and as well as terrorist financing activities. So these are the important objectives of this Prevention of Money Laundering Act. And now let us see like next topic. So you can directly move on to this editorial page. So here there is one article, it is about Kachatiyu Islands. So our Prime Minister, he made a statement regarding this Kachatiyu Islands, which is controversy now. It is between BJP party and Congress party. So our Prime Minister said that this Kachatiyu had been handed over to Sri Lanka by this Congress party. So here there is a high chance of getting question regarding this Kachatiyu Islands. So my sincere request for you students is just go through this Kachatiyu Islands. Especially you have to do some map based study of this. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay. And here there is one article which is relevant. It is about the advent of holistic approach to One Health. So this One Health concept is very important. Okay, that is National One Health Mission. So let us see the dimensions. So you have to see this One Health. So you have to understand what is this concept of this One Health. So what is this One Health and what are the provisions under this One Health? You have to see like what is this One Health and what are the provisions under this One Health. And you have to see like what is the significance. What are the pros and cons? And you have to understand why our government is focusing on this One Health. So this article is important from GS paper 2 under health. and even from your GS paper to under governance point of view. And especially this topic is important from your mains, and for sure for 100% after clearing your prelims of 2024 you can expect a question from this One Health in your mains. Clear? And now let us see the notes of this One Health. So this is called as National One Health Mission. So One Health is nothing but it is a very holistic approach to the problems that recognizes interconnection. So there is interconnection between health of humans, health of animals, health of plants and their shared environment, because you know that human being is a social animal who is having interaction with environment. So here we can say that there is some interconnection between human health, animal health and plant health and even environment of a planet. Yes or no? Planet Earth where we are living on. So here, because of this, whenever we are having this One Health approach, it is very useful to address the problems that we are facing. So first one is, yes, there is link with zoonosis. That means nothing but human population growth, urbanization, industrialization. So that is going for damaging of ecosystem and environment and as well as biodiversity, etc. So because of this, we are making environment harmful through some changes. So these harmful environment changes, they are linked to this zoonosis, that is diseases which are shared between animals and humans. And the research, they have been estimated that 60% of emerging diseases that can infect humans, they are called as zoonotic in nature. For example, avian influenza, that is bird flu. So recently we saw in US, so this avian influenza which had been spreading from birds towards cattle, and even humans are getting this avian influenza virus. And next one is, there are also issues with antimicrobial resistance because of irrational use of antibiotics everywhere. So we are seeing there is development of antibiotic resistance. So it is one of the important issue that we are facing, and it will be becoming very difficult to control vector-borne diseases because of this increasing of antibiotic resistance or antimicrobial resistance. And next one here is, because of all these issues, so we have to manage health of environment, health of plants, health of animals together. So this approach is called as One Health strategy. And we have to minimize the resource requirements. So One Health which minimizes the resource requirements across the different sectors like human sector and as well as animal husbandry sector. An important way it does this is by encouraging the coordination between like different stakeholders like different ministries of government and as well as science and technology department and environment and ecology department and as well as animal husbandry and dairying. So what are the benefits of this One Health? So first one is, we are going to have economic benefits. Okay, so we can decrease the cost of managing a pandemic. And next one is, if you are having the assessment of G20 Joint Finance and Health Task Force, it estimated that it will be around 30 billion a year. And on the other hand, here estimates of even World Bank said that, so the cost will be like 10.3 billion to 11.5 billion annually if you are focusing on this One Health, or else the economic cost will be increased. So this is about this concept of One Health. And now let us move on to next page. So this is our CSDS Lokniti pre-poll survey. So you can go through this if you are interested. There is no opinion page today. So in this text and context, there is one more article just regarding unemployment in Indian states. So we are going to see this because recently International Labour Organization released this report of unemployment, and there is a high chance of getting question from this area. And I want to give you one homework. You have to see some basic facts or GK points regarding ILO. So there is a high chance of getting question regarding this. Don't ignore. And now let us see the notes. So title says on unemployment in Indian states. So why it is a news? Because recently ILO, International Labour Organization, which is and also Institute of Human Development. Institute of Human Development and International Labour Organization, they revealed that 2 out of every 3 unemployed individuals was a young graduate. Okay, 2 out of 3. They are young graduates, but they do not have employment. So perhaps the graduates do not possess the requisite skills because they are not having proper skills which are required for growing modern sector, and these necessities which are having a focus on teaching infrastructure and as well as standards. And out of 27 states considered, 12 states they have unemployment rates which are less than national average. Okay, so these are the details which are given by this ILO survey. And now let us move on to our Delhi page. So you can move on to this news page. Here you have again CSDS Lokniti. So if you have time you can go through this. And leave this election page, it is not at all useful. And this news page here you can see one important article, that is India to send new defense attaches to several missions in Africa. So in Africa we are going for increasing of our missions. So actually Africa is also sharing a boundary with Indian Ocean. So because of this, Africa is a country, okay, which is going to have like a good command in this Indian Ocean region. And as Africa is entire continent, it is playing a very important role. So here we are going to have expanding our focus on military diplomacy. So India is set to send defense attaches to a number of its mission in Africa for the first time. Okay, and we are focusing on especially like increasing of our presence in this Indian Ocean because of dynamic situation in Indo-Pacific region, Red Sea, Indian Ocean as well as Eurasian region, and even there is increasing of piracy related issues. Okay, so because of this, yes, we have to focus on that. And Indian missions which are present in some countries like Mozambique, like Ivory Coast, Mozambique, Ethiopia, Djibouti, they are being discussed as a part of process. So this paragraph is very important, and you have to see like where they are present. And next important article here is IIMA among world's top 25 for management studies, says JNU ranked India's top universities. So after recently one study, that is QS World University Rankings, had been announced. So in this rankings, IIM, that is Indian Institute of Management Ahmedabad, is among top 25 institutions globally for business and management studies. And this one is IIMS Bangalore and Kolkata, they are among like top 50. And later on here, Jawaharlal Nehru University is the highest ranked university in India, so according to this QS study. Okay, so this study is very important regarding this ranking of higher education institutions. And that's all. So these are the very important articles which appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. And here you can see like one United Nations climate change report. So UN climate chief says next 2 years are essential in saving our planet. So next 2 years is very important because here there is a warning of global warming is slipping down political agendas. But what happened, there is increasing of global warming and there is no cut of greenhouse emissions. So if we want to stop like climate change or to decrease this climate change weather events, so we have to stop this greenhouse emissions by 2030 at least. And we have to stop the rise of temperature of more than 1.5 degrees. Okay, so that is the thing which mainly said. And these are the very important topics that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. So by this I am concluding. And one thing I want to say is we in Rathods, we are launching offline batch for GS prelims cum mains. And there is a challenge of 50% of refund that you paid if you are not clearing prelims. If you are not clearing at least prelims, then we will be giving back a 50% of amount that you paid. Because we are that much confident in the course we are having and the faculty, classes, practice of previous questions, and every day you will be having mains answer writing practice. So everything what is required we are going to provide, and even we have provided the study space. So after every day you will be having 5 hours of class. After 5 hours of classes, you have to sit here and you have to study till night. Okay, so we are having a good curriculum and good timetable, so that we are very much confident that at least you are going to clear prelims in your first attempt. Okay, so try to join that course, because we are having a very limited batch of 70 students and admissions are going on and very few seats are left. And if you want to have the admission, you can call us on this number 8074765513. Okay, you can come and you can take admission for your offline batch in Ashok Nagar, Hyderabad. Okay, and I will show like where can you get the notes of this class. So this is our Rathods IAS classes Telegram channel. Please do join this channel so that you can download the notes in the PDF format. And this is our Rathods IAS Academy YouTube channel. Please do subscribe to this channel. Don't leave the session without subscribing. And this is our website. So if you want to have the online course, so you can use this website. And after we are watching demo videos only, you can purchase the course. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you really like this class, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to Rathods IAS Academy, and please do share these videos with your friends. Thank you so much for watching.